Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to share a couple of new Chanel pieces that I'm really excited about. One is a new handbag and one is actually in this little box right here. So nothing too crazy, but I wanted to share my experience getting these as well because I feel like some of them are pretty highly coveted, and so I'm just going to jump right into it. I feel like I haven't really been purchasing too much from Chanel. I think the last time I purchased something was my last physical trip to Chanel, which was in, I think, September. At that time, I purchased, well, I'll link that video above so you can see what I purchased then. But ever since, I haven't been super into the latest collection. I think that's why. Plus, the price increases recently have been pretty dramatic, I would say. And I think November 1st, there was another price increase that's somewhat nominal. That's the global price harmonization that happens every year, pretty much. But still, like, there was a big one in May, and there like another one now, and it's just like some things, some prices were getting to be pretty astronomical. Like a new classic flap is like the small size, I think, is like over $5,000, which is quite mind-boggling. So it's getting a lot harder for me, honestly, to acquire new handbag pieces, which is why I'm really excited to talk about this one. I'm going to start with a smaller piece that's in this little box right here. So in this little box, there is, ta-da, new pair of earrings. And I'll do a close-up so of course you can see much better than from far away. Plus I am rapidly losing sunlight, so I'm gonna hurry up. But these are the rather like Art Deco style earrings that came out as part of the Fall Act 1, I believe. So it's the 2020 Fall Act 1 or 20K collection earrings. I'll put, of course, all of the style information in the description box so you can have the exact style name in case you're looking for the same pair. I'm sure you've seen these all over Instagram because that's initially how I first saw them as well. I think they came out, they started going into the stores in September, I want to say. And I thought about getting them. Well, they ended up being like a late birthday gift to myself kind of thing, because I realized I didn't purchase anything from Chanel for my birthday, which seems sort of odd. For me personally, seems sort of odd. So I happened to just ask my SA, who now I work with the same SA who I worked with in the Neiman Marcus boutique here, but he's now moved to a different state and works out of a different boutique. I still work with him because he knows my style and things like that. So by chance, I just asked if he had any of these, and the other boutique seems to be a bit larger than the one that was in New York City, or at least they get they definitely have a different buy because it's a different city, and they also tend to have a lot more stock. So, you know, he said that they got like 10 pairs of these earrings, and like, you know, if he was in New York City, they probably would have had like 3, and then they'd be gone in a week, right? So I was shocked to hear that they had these available, but I was also thrilled. So I purchased them as a late birthday gift to myself, like I said. And when I got them, I mean, I'm actually pretty surprised. They're pretty large. They're a bit larger than I expected them to be, but I'd say they're about an inch. They're about an inch, about a square inch large, wide, tall, whatever the word is. I think I've mentioned this before. I am actively not buying as many costume jewelry pieces, especially heavily embellished ones, because I don't care for the crystals falling out. One of my old pairs that I had repaired, like another crystal fell out of it, and so I happened to be thinking about earrings in general. I really liked these because they're really simple. They're actually pretty like mod looking, I would say. I really like that about it, and I feel like they'd be really easy to wear with a lot of different things. So when he said he had a pair, well, this was actually the last pair, and I decided to pick these up. These were also a really great price. They were $375 before tax, which sometimes, I remember the day when like Chanel earrings pretty much always used to be around like 3 something, 4 something. It's even the simple like classic CCs with crystals on them used to be like $425 or something. Now their earrings, like you touch something and it's like $800, and I'm just like, excuse me. So I was happy to see. I mean, it shouldn't cost $800, at least the pair that I got, because there aren't really no embellishments or anything like that. But sometimes the world of Chanel is crazy and weird, so I was happy with that price tag. Moving on to the exciting handbag piece, I'm going to share what it is first and sort of get into the story and rationale behind how I ended up with this piece. So let me go ahead and share, because I'm pretty sure all of you are wondering this part more than you are the story. So here it is. Ta-da! Oh, it's really pretty. So this is a Chanel Coco handle. It's in this gorgeous beige color. It's caviar leather. It actually has a burgundy lizard handle with gold hardware. This is what it looks like in the front, and this is what it looks like in the back. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And of course, it's a single flap, but inside there is the strap. So here it is, and it's a full glory with the strap attached as well. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, I have to say. I had a lot of fun putting some outfits together for this one. But I may have mentioned in a video before that I'm really, really satisfied with the handbag collection that I have. And I'm not particularly, like, I don't feel like something's really, really missing. So I'm not really seeking out new bags to add to my collection. But there are a couple of wish list pieces that I have shared. So like in my Q&A video, I shared the top 2 bags that I want to add. One is an Hermes Birkin 25 in black with rose gold hardware, and the other one is a Kelly 25 Cellier in gold. And I don't care so much what the hardware is in that combination. Well, those bags are definitely not easy to come by. They're, you know, it's not like a, oh my gosh, today I feel like it's the day I should pick up my Kelly 25. Like, it doesn't work that way, right? We all know that the Hermes Birkin Kelly Constance journey is a lot more convoluted than that. You know, I have those bags on my wish list because I think I will like those sizes. I think I will like the Kelly style, and I think I would like a bag that's in that neutral gold color, right? So while I was thinking about those handbags, I've added them on my wish list, and I'm, you know, thinking about adding them to my collection someday. I have the opportunity to work with luxury fashion rentals to check out their fashion rental system, and they have fully authentic handbags. They have a lot of Chanel pieces, they have Louis Vuitton, they have some Hermes bags as well. They have a whole bunch of brands that you're able to rent for a fraction of the cost of what the original handbag would cost. And I thought this would be an excellent opportunity for me to try a handbag that's very similar to the Kelly style and in a colorway that's very similar to a gold handbag, like the Hermes gold color. And when I was on the website and I saw that they had this sort of when I saw that they had this Coco handle, I was absolutely thrilled, because the Coco handle is a bag that I have been thinking about, the Coco handle and the Trendy. Those are like, they're very similar style, if you will, in that there's a top handle, there's a long strap, there's a flap covering, you know. Those two styles are also very similar, but this silhouette is also very similar to a Kelly style. And honestly, I don't know, I didn't know how I would get along with having this sort of singular flap on your crossbody strap versus the Birkin, where you have 2 handles. A lot of times I'm holding it so I can open it, you know, and kind of manage with, and it's not so much like, you know, having to like dangle open like this. So I was super thrilled to try out the rental system. It also means that I can try out a handbag, get to know the bag itself a lot more, and also be able to return it back into a cycle of usage after I'm done using it. Because there is a chance that you'll check out or try out a handbag and it doesn't work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, if you purchased it, you might have to try to sell it and you might be at a loss. Or it might just sit in your closet and it gets no use, right? It just collects dust. I am trying to figure out my own ways of making sure I don't introduce too much waste into this world. So I feel like a rental system is awesome to be able to test drive some of those styles, right? Or a colorway, or even if you have a particular event that you're going to and you want to carry a different bag. Like, I think it's a brilliant way to be able to try it out for a fraction of the cost that it would be to get a whole brand new bag. I will quickly run down how the luxury fashion rentals system works. You sign up and you'll find a handbag that you like to rent. You can rent for a shorter period of time or a 30-day rental, and the cost changes depending on the short period or the longer full 30-day period. You add that to your cart and you check out pretty much. If this is the first time you're renting, they do a one-time credit check. It does not impact your credit score at all. I went through this process as well. You just have to share some additional information so that they're able to do a quick credit check. And once that paperwork kind of clears, then they send this bag out to you. They send it out to you in a nice, very sturdy box. They have all of the pieces very securely inside, and they have instructions on how you should start using your handbag, and then how the process for returning it once you're done using it. That's how I have gotten this new handbag to try out, basically. And for anybody who is interested, I do have a discount code. I will link that in the description box, because if you are keen to renting out a handbag just to try it out to see if it works for your lifestyle, then I think this is a great way to do that. And all of the pieces are authentic, and they're not going to send you some really dodgy looking thing. That would be terrible, I was thinking about what the use cases would be for this kind of rental, and I think it's great for folks who are starting to build out your collection and you're trying to figure out what pieces would work best for you. When you're initially building out your collection, your mistakes can be particularly costly. You want to minimize those mistakes if you can. So I feel like as you're building out your collection, this could be a great way to, again, test drive and try out some different styles, different colorways. For someone like me who has maybe built out more of their collection, has a pretty sizable collection, knows what kinds of styles they like and what features they like, I think this is a great way to try out colorways. So my issue with fully committing to a beige or a brown bag is that my wardrobe is predominantly cool tone based. So I have a lot of black, gray, white clothing more than I have beige or brown clothing. It's just not a colorway I naturally gravitate towards. And this year, 2020, one of the trend colors is brown, and I have since January-ish, I've started to add a few more cream pieces and tan or camel pieces to my collection. I have a skirt, I bought a sweater and things like that. Slowly introducing those pieces, I'm trying to see if I will be able to better incorporate that kind of warmer tone into my wardrobe. But I wanted to really see if there's a part of my brain that thinks, oh my gosh, it's great to have a gold color or a tan color handbag because it's such a neutral color. But then there's another side of my brain that's like, what am I going to match it with in my wardrobe, because so much of it is cool tone. Through luxury fashion rentals and trying out this beautiful beige cocoa handle, I have actually learned that maybe I don't want to add a beige handbag to my collection. I know I said gold, and gold is not quite beige, but beige, tan, that whole colorway. I found that I had to really focus on this handbag and orchestrate my outfit around it to be able to put my outfits together. But but it was quite stressful, honestly. It didn't come as naturally. When I'm about to go out for a quick errand and I'm like throwing my clothes on, like, or throwing my outfit together, I would be like, oh, I can take this handbag. And then I'm like, oh, but it won't go with the first few things that I thought I would wear today, because it would be, convenient for my quick errand. And so I'm like, okay, so let me see how I can change it. And I'm like, okay, maybe if I change my shirt. And then I'm like, oh, this shirt doesn't go with these pants, so I have to change my pants. And it's like, I went through all these cycles of like really trying to put an outfit together to be able to carry this bag. That's a great learning for me. I'm glad I found that out now versus after if I managed to score a gold Kelly, like I can't even imagine like thinking after the fact, I'm like, oh, I'm like barely wear this handbag because I can barely put an outfit together. I'm really happy that I figured that out now. I think I might revisit what kind of color I might want a Kelly to be in. I don't think the gold would be the best for me right now. Maybe in like 10 years or so, my color palette will evolve much more and the beige and brown tones will be more natural. But I think right now, just beige brown is not the most natural colorway for me, and I would struggle a bit too much if I tried to get one of those handbags. Oh, the one other thing I noticed that I think is great about this rental system as well is you're able to see the natural wear that happens on a bag over time. I never even thought that this would be a thing, but like it's actually, you will see some darkening up by where the crossbody strap is added. I think there's some natural rubbing that happens with the hardware and the leather. So there's some natural darkening there. The hardware around the handle here is a bit worn. So it's like good to see that those are some natural areas that you'll see some wear, and you can either anticipate that or you'll find out that that bothers you too much. So then you'll know this style might not be that good for you. I think all of those are really great for at least having more information and being more confident when you make your actual purchase, knowing that, okay, this is a style that I know I can work with. It's a style I know how it's going to wear over time. And, I already know the ins and outs. I already know that it feels really comfortable on my shoulder. I already know that my arm can fit through the top handle. You just have so much more knowledge and so much more confidence when you make your actual purchase. So this is my handbag from Luxury Fashion Rentals. I will be returning this soon, so if you check out the website and you see that it's still on there, I recommend you grab it because I feel like this is a wonderful handbag. It really is. It's just not the right colorway for me. So it does make me think whether I want to add a cocoa handle to my collection soon. I wasn't kidding when I said I was losing sunlight dramatically, so I'm gonna have to wrap up this video. But I hope you enjoyed the couple of new things in my collection. Of course, one of them is new to me and will be getting returned soon. I'd love to hear your thoughts on like fashion rental in general. Like there's Rent the Runway. There's a whole bunch of programs that are coming up now that have been in existence for a while, don't get me wrong, but are really trying to push forward with a more sustainable and kind of circular fashion approach, right? Where you're able to enjoy it for a short period of time or for however long you need to, and then someone else is able to continue to enjoy that piece, and it kind of introduces a new to me concept, and a lot more people can have that it's new to me feeling. So I'm curious to hear what your thoughts on fashion rentals, whether it's handbags, shoes, clothes, things like that. You think it's applicable strictly for special occasions, or are there use cases for really every day? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, if you're interested in checking out Luxury Fashion Rentals, I do have a discount code for you in the description box down below. If you have any questions on any of these items or really anything at all, feel free to leave those down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time.